to use music because it's a vessel. It can sort of confirm or expand your own experiences without telling you what those experiences mean or what they're supposed to be. It's kind of like the idea, if you're in love, you just need a song to sing about it, and you don't need someone to tell you that you're in love. And that makes sense to me in relationship to graphic design, right? Because at least for client work, we sort of already have the message and the idea. We just need to figure out a good way to become engaged with it or get people excited about it, right? So we're inspired by all sorts of different things, but the next question is, what am I doing with my type? And this is something that's really interesting to me. I am, as someone who, for personal work, always works on expressive type, I'm interested in the unique place that sort of type for type's sake, or type as art holds in the world. And, you know, as an art form, it sort of has its foot in a couple of different camps. So we have written word and we have visual art, right? And written word is used to explain things that we can't say with pictures. And on the other hand, we have visual art to show things that we can't say with our words. So in a real basic way, expressive typography can sort of bridge that gap, right? But I think it does more than that, and I like to think of it as like a rescue operation. If, you know, we have this ability to take old words and phrases that have sort of lost their power from misuse or overuse, and put them in this new context and print them on a poster and hang them on the wall or put them on the internet, it doesn't matter where, and all of a sudden people are reading them again and becoming engaged with them again. And I think that's a really exciting thing, and sort of filling them with this new meaning. If you can imagine getting to hear like Stairway to Heaven again for the first time, how great that would be. And sort of that started as a personal project too, and sort of an exercise for myself. I was going to illustrate all 50 of our state mottos. And I started on a couple of them, and I was like, this is entirely too much work, and it might actually add a great dimension to the project if I invite 49 other designers, one from each state, to do their own state motto. And I was like, I think this will work. People will be really excited, but the response was actually awesome. I think people got really excited about the opportunity to represent, like there was a pride thing where they got to represent their home state. And they turned out really great. We finished up the project maybe a month or a month and a half ago, and we're in the process of like putting a store together and stuff. But you know, everyone sort of brought their A game, and I had to do like no art directing at all. I pretty much just told people the colors and the dimensions and said, make type the focus and do your thing. And there was no need for me to do any art directing because it was supposed to be the person's personal viewpoint of their state. So everyone just sort of did what they thought. And it was sort of a cool project because most of these models were like a snapshot into the state's inception. So it was sort of a cool way to trick people into learning something about history while they were looking at pretty stuff, which I could definitely get behind. Ken Barber from House Industries did Delaware, and if you look on his blog, you can see all the work that he put into this. Like he did all this research into like what the type styles were at the time the state was incepted, and like all this stuff. Meg Hunt, who is primarily an illustrator from Connecticut. I mean, this is awesome. This is how much time she spent on this. So I want to finish the talk by talking about a personal thing for a second. While I was working on 50 and 50 and sort of putting it all together, it was really fun, but it was sort of heartbreaking because I was looking at all these little snapshots of America and being like, wow, these are great, but I want to go there. And I'm looking at them from like my same office, the same chair every single day.